G'day guys, James Moffat here, and on today's Moff's Mountain Diaries, brought to you by Norton, we're at the bottom of the mountain at the campsite here at the Flag Inn. Apparently it's the #1 Ford camp at Bathurst, so how about we go in and see what's cracking. The guy that created this, I believe, is Tony Horton, and this is Tony. So Tony, tell us how this come about and how long you've been coming to the mountain.
Well, there was a group of us used to camp close to each other but separately, and then probably 15 to 16 years ago we all got together and decided to make it one big camp and camp together. The first year I come was 1977.
Pretty good year, that one.
Good year, mate. It was a gentleman by the name of James Moffat won the race, and well, for my first year being a Ford man, it was a very exciting one.
Fair to say that got you hooked on Fords, mate?
I was a hooked Ford man before that, but certainly hooked me onto Bathurst, that's for sure.
Fantastic. Well, I think what you've done here is great, and great to see all the Jim Beam Racing flags and the Ford flags, and I'm sure all you guys will have a good weekend.
Yeah, we certainly will, and obviously we hope that the Jim Beam cars come home first on Sunday. We come up here every year hoping for that, and yeah, let's hope this year's the best one.
Right, everyone, as you can see, I'm standing here with my illustrious teammate Stephen Johnson. So I thought we'd take this opportunity to have a bit of a chat and see how the Silver Fox is getting on. So, mate, we're both sons of guns, and you're probably the only other bloke in pit lane that has gone through what I go through, or what I've been through, in terms of pressures and stuff placed on you. What was your sort of first memory of coming to Bathurst?
Well, I didn't actually come to Bathurst until I think it was 92, and I wasn't racing, obviously. It was the year, it was obviously Sierras back then, and obviously then it was 93, still the Sierra. Well, it sort of pretty much went to the Falcons from then on, but 94 was my first year here. But way back, watching Dad, even before then, back in the early 80s. In the True Blue and the green stuff cars, we had an old pit lounge area in the house that we were living in, and it's sort of a bit of a thing it was back in those days to have a little lounge area pit, and I used to pull the lounge apart and make a race car out of the cushions with a little bit of a gap, and I used to dress in the old man's old race suit and pretend I was driving with him. So I guess there's some pretty fun memories, and when he hit the rock, I think the lounge flew apart as well. So it wasn't only the True Blue car that was up against the fence, the lounge was up against the windows and everything too.
Well, if you think I'm busy in the race car, I've just been doing an intro to the V8 Utes program with Aaron Noonan that I'm commentating on next week. Now I've got to rush off, get changed and hop in the car for practice 3. Well, here we are, end of day 1 of practice here at Bathurst, and it's been a bit of a mixed day. Obviously, a bit strange having the last practice session cancelled due to the fog on top of the mountain, but probably at the end of the day it was the right call because the visibility wasn't that great. For us, on the 18 side of the garage here at DJR, pretty good day. We end up 3rd quickest in the first session in pretty changeable weather conditions. And there's a fair chance that the rest of the weekend's going to be like that. So encouraging to know that the car has a bit of speed in those conditions, but at the same time it would have been nice to get a bit of dry running today. But it's the same for everybody. So the boys will have a look at the car tonight, make sure everything's right, and we'll see what the weather produces tomorrow. So make sure you check in for everything that's happening on Moff's Mountain Diaries tomorrow.